What is up? And today I'm going to be listing the 10 kingdoms that I think would be really awesome if they added into Mario Odyssey 2. These are just some ideas I came up with. I don't think Nintendo will add many of them, but I think they could do something really cool with all of these kingdom ideas. The first kingdom I would want to be in Super Mario Odyssey 2 is the Comet Observatory from Mario Galaxy 1. This has been my favourite game since as soon as I got it, to be honest. I loved this game so much. I've played it way too many times and it still doesn't get boring. And you couldn't do much in the Comet Observatory in the Mario Galaxy game, so it'd be cool if this was the first kingdom in Super Mario Odyssey 2. Maybe the Odyssey crashed into some junk in space and so it has to stop here, and Rosalina helps you get the Odyssey fixed. And it would be a cool way to introduce Rosalina back into the Mario 3D games. In the Comet Observatory in the original game, there were different little houses that had all the levels in, and maybe each one could be one of those doors with the hat on where there's a small platforming or puzzle section where you can get 2 moons from each one. This would be a great way to introduce the next Super Mario Odyssey game, as it would bring a lot of players nostalgia. The next kingdom I think a lot of people would really want is Delfino Plaza from Super Mario Sunshine on the GameCube. This would be such a great kingdom, as it already had a lot of free roaming elements similar to Mario Odyssey in the original game. You could go around and collect shines. So many people want this to come back, and they hinted at it coming in the first game and it never did. So this could actually be a pretty good prediction as to what Nintendo will add to their game. They could also keep a lot of the original puzzles from Delfino Plaza in the new Mario Odyssey game. For example, when you go into one of the houses and you can smash crates to earn a moon. And they could update the pinball machine, as that was a really good idea, but it was very flawed in the original game. Some of you will know the pain and struggle that level gave us. A cool idea I had for a kingdom would be some sort of Candyland. They could do so many puns and stuff with this and add quite a lot of characters, and there could be a really cool boss similar to King Candy from Wreck-It Ralph, as I loved that film and I hope it would take a lot of inspiration from that if they did do a Candyland. Most Mario games have a Bowser's Castle, but I think a Wario Castle would be really cool for a kingdom in Mario Odyssey 2. Maybe it could be full of loads of money, and it could be a great way to get a lot of coins in the game. It would also be awesome if the main boss in Mario Odyssey instead of Bowser was Wario, and that could be the final kingdom in the game where you fight him in his own lair. I would really like to see Nintendo make a course inspired by the Rainbow Road tracks from Mario Kart. I'm not really sure what they could do with this. Maybe it could be set in like an outer space and there's loads of rainbow planets everywhere. And maybe one of the moons could actually be where you capture someone driving a car and there's a Mario Kart themed race. Another kingdom that could be really good for nostalgia in the next game is Bob-omb Battlefield, the first ever level in Super Mario 64. Super Mario 64 changed gaming, and it'd be a really nice idea to add one of the levels, as in the last game you got Peach's Castle from Super Mario 64, and it'd be cool to see more Super Mario 64 reference like Bob-omb Battlefield in the next one. They could reintroduce the boss fight from that level and make it more difficult, where you could maybe have to capture smaller bombs and try and blow him up. Number 7 on my list is a Western themed kingdom, which Nintendo could do so many cool stuff with this. Maybe there's a level where you have to get onto a train and make your way through it to get to the final carriage where there's a moon. Seeing as Nintendo usually add a desert level into most games, this would be a pretty cool one to have if they made it Western themed. My friend Tricky Nick actually gave me this idea as I was watching his video of what he would want in Super Mario Odyssey. He mentioned about a Western themed kingdom, so I highly recommend you go check out his video on Mario Odyssey. I'll link it in the description. Number 8 is a Luigi Mansion / Boo House kingdom, where it could just be like some huge creepy haunted house. They could introduce the Poltergeist 3000 as a capturable item in the game, and maybe some of the level could be a Luigi's Mansion spin-off where you have to capture the ghost to get to the next area. They could also add boos as a capturable enemy, and they could work similarly to how they did in Super Mario Galaxy 1, where you could go through cages by shaking the controller. I would really want to see a kingdom in Mario Odyssey that is themed off of one of the Super Mario 3D World levels, as that game was really good. Even though some people said it had its flaws, it was so fun to play with your friends. It has a very unique art style. It's more blocky than most Mario 3D games, and it would be cool to see them maybe recreate the first one from the game, and you could capture cat Goombas to maybe crawl up walls like you did in the actual Mario 3D World. Okay, I thought of a really cool kingdom for the last one, and then I literally just forgot of it because I forgot to change one of my options on my list to this. So because of that, I'll try think of it for part 2. But now the final kingdom I would want to see in the game is a Bowser's Castle, as there was a Bowser Kingdom in the original game, but it wasn't really a castle, and it didn't have the same fiery, lava-y scary vibe that most Bowser Castle levels do in Mario games, and so it'd be nice to have more of an indoors level where you're in the castle and you have to make your way through it. Maybe there could be a lot of puzzle elements to get through rooms. It could feel like a cool dungeon kingdom. Thank you guys so much for watching these 10 ideas I had for Mario Odyssey kingdoms that could be added in the next game. I really hope you like my choices, and I'd actually much rather hear what you guys would want to add, because I'm sure you can come up with much more creative kingdoms than I have, and I could make a part 2 where I add some of your ideas and think of a few more myself, as it was pretty fun making this one. I really do hope that Nintendo does make a Mario Odyssey sequel soon, and we get some of these kingdoms, as they would be really cool to have. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe if you're new around here, as I'm going to start doing a lot more videos like this. Make sure to share it with your friends if you think they'd be interested. Thanks for sticking around to the end, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.